right, everybody, welcome to Grace Game Day. We are live in Gilmer. I'm Preston Proctor. With me is Josh McElhaney. And we're just a few minutes away from Varsity getting started here tonight. Josh, it's been fun getting everything set up, hasn't it?
It's always an adventure when we're on the road. Don't know what we're kind of walking into, but we are live, and that's all that matters. Looking forward to some great competition. Hopefully, Cougars win, and we call it a day.
So we made it, and the hotspot connection was very unstable. Both hotspots that we use, AT&T and Verizon, this gym was not kind to any kind of a signal. And so we had to get a little creative, and then before that, Josh, before the network hurdle, because when we first got here, the networks were great,
right?
And then all of a sudden, no feed from the camera would transmit. And hey, technology is great until it isn't, and but we made it. We're here, we're live, the camera is on, the mics are working. And we're glad that you're with us. Thank you for tuning in.
Absolutely. It wouldn't be a broadcast without a few hurdles.
No.
But it's fun. This is why we do what we do. And we are getting ready for action.
All right, the teams are huddled up, and we are just moments away from getting started. The officials have gathered at the scorer's table. And we're going to be getting it underway here in just a moment.
You can feel the anticipation in the air. The teams look ready to go. And we are about to get this thing underway. And the sportsmanship to start off here. High fives for everybody. And the girls are ready to go.
We do apologize if the camera is moving a little bit. We are, we are set up next to the only power outlet, I think, in this whole gym.
Possibly.
Which put us in
quite a predicament.
The bleachers and around students, and they are
restless.
Moving a lot.
We'll just go with restless.
They've been cooped up in school all day, Josh, and so they are just trying to enjoy life.
Yep. But every time one of them runs by, this camera is forced to shake.
Every time one of them goes up and down these bleachers, the camera just jumps. But we are here and we're ready to roll. Grace with a road test tonight against Gilmer. Gilmer will serve first. And that's going to go to Gilmer. Call there was that Grace was in the net.
Who put that net there?
We don't need it. Move it. set for Danny. She spikes, and that's going to tie the game up.
Perfect shot. Just right there to that back line.
Danny's a freshman for Grace and a really great volleyball player. Parker is going to serve now for Grace. She's a senior. Nice serve there. Gave Gilmer some trouble trying to return it, and Grace is going to take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, great start here.
She goes right back to the same girl. Better job returning it this time. Ooh. And Grace does a great job with that one, getting it back over. That was Julia that she basically took that one off the chin, Josh.
Yes, she did.
Got a nice little volley going here, Parker. They're going to set it up, and Lexi sends it over. And that's going to be out. Point's going to go to Grace.
Yeah, great concentration that time. Back and forth, and finally, you wait long enough, somebody's going to make a mistake. And luckily for us, Gilmer makes the first one. Point for Grace.
You know, Josh, sometimes it really is about just holding on until somebody else can make a mistake before you.
Yeah, just get the ball over.
Nice communication there by Grace. Two girls going after the same one. And they're going to call. I missed it, Josh. I heard a whistle, and I saw they gave the point to Gilmer, but I missed it.
I think one of our girls was in the net. I didn't quite see who it was, but I think that's what happened.
Julia with a nice dig there, sets it up. Brooklyn sends it over and sends it right back again, and it lands in.
Good.
Beautiful.
Shot. Wow.
Brooklyn coming through with a really nice spike, and then they sent it back over the net, kind of at an arc, and she said, I'll take this opportunity.
Yeah, the way that one fell in had a little angels in the outfield, and then the scales balance on that one.
Yeah, Brooklyn sends the serve too far. So now Gilmer will serve. Grace leading in this first set 4-3. Nice dig by Parker there. Lexi sends it over, and it's in. Right on the line, Josh.
That's like the third time that's happened. And you can see the coach here for Gilmer upset, but it is really hard to gauge where that ball's going. You're hoping it's going out of bounds, but it's been hitting right inside that line. Fantastic job.
Danny's going to serve now for Grace. And just right into an empty spot in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, that's tough.
So Gilmer keeping it close. 5-4 is the score. I want to thank you for tuning in to Grace Game Day. Your front row seat to Grace Athletics. Nice job there, and nobody able to get to it. That's going to tie this first set at 5. Not able to get that back over. And Gilmer will take their first lead.
Yeah, tough break. Just not enough to get it over the net.
Brooklyn goes to the floor, but not able to dig it out. And now it's a 2-point game as Gilmer leads 7-5. Josh, this girl serving for Gilmer, her serves are very flat. Nice job there by Macy. Parker sets it for JC, and she just out. Just out. Man, that was a close one, Josh.
That was, and it's really hard for us to see. We got a pole on the way down here on our side of the court, but just outside. And you're right about those serves.
They're very flat, Josh.
They're flat, and they kind of die as soon as they come over the net. They really have to be on their game.
Yeah, that's, I mean, honestly, from the back row, there it is right there. Danny with the spike coming in from the back row. But, yeah, those had almost a knuckleball look to them, Josh. When they were coming over, it was just like, okay, is it going to dive? Is it going to rise a little bit? Is it going to fall left or right? What's happening?
It's a very effective serve.
And I believe on her serving, Josh, Gilmer was able to rattle off 4 points, if not 5. So now Grace is going to try to close this gap a little bit. Brooklyn puts it in the air. Now Macy sets it up for JC, and it's I was ready to call it in. 9-6 is the score. Early in the first set. We're just getting started. And hopefully this Lady Buckeye does not serve as long as the last Lady Buckeye did. Brooklyn sets it for JC. Nice job by Gilmer there to get to it. And we have a little bit of a collision there between Macy and Sadie. It's going to be another point for Gilmer, and it's a 4-point game once again. JC looked like she almost found a dead spot there for a second.
Yeah, I think kind of threw him off guard. They were expecting a spike to come down, and she just kind of lofted it over the net.
That's going to go to Grace. Gilmer was in the net. Josh, and I don't think JC actually meant to do that. I think she had to switch to that because she didn't have the right feet position.
Yeah.
And that serve is going to go out. Macy serving there for Grace. 11-7. Grace trailing here in this first set. That almost touched the ceiling. And it gives Gilmer a little bit of trouble. Now Parker's going to put it in the air. Here we come from JC. Nice shot, but Gilmer does a great job blocking it. Now Parker sets it. Macy's going to put it up. JC with the shot. Not going to score a point yet. Nice volley going here. That one just gets right up into the net, Josh. Not a whole lot you can do with that one.
No, it's so hard. You want to hit the ball, but you don't want to get the net and give them a free point, and that ball just in no man's land. Just not a whole lot you can do there.
Well, and it was even as that serve goes out, so now Grace is going to get to serve again. Josh, the other thing, too, about how close that was to the net is if you did go and get it, you're probably hitting it directly into the net on an upward motion.
Yeah.
JC to serve. Brooklyn puts it back over the net. Some back and forth action going here. Kind of an off-balance set there for Gilmer, but they are able to still get it over. JC puts it to the middle of the floor. Gilmer rushing to get there. Parker with a hard hit, but it's not going to clear the net. As JC is going to leave the game momentarily. Julia comes back in for her. Back into the net. Nice job by Macy and Danny to get that over. Macy's going to set it. Here comes Danny with the spike, and there it is. Perfect placement there.
Yeah. That's what you want to see right there. She's so good at getting that just to the right spot, just the right amount of velocity on those spikes, and a great job to kind of turn the momentum, and hopefully Grace can capitalize here and make a little run.
Parker's going to serve now. Parker's a senior and one of the leaders on this team. Parker in the middle of the floor, Danny the spike, and it's going to be another point for Grace.
This is great control. Great control in that. And here we are now trying to see the score there, 10-13.
A little bit of a momentum shift feeling in here right now. Parker to serve again. Gilmer's just going to work to get it over the net. Now Brooklyn's going to have to send it over. Nice shot there from distance. Blocked.
Oh, good block.
That was a combination of Brooklyn and Lexi that blocked that, and we're closing the gap here. It's now a 2-point game here in the first set.
We got a timeout on the floor.
We've got a timeout, so guess what we're going to do? We're going to take it with them. We'll be back to Grace Game Day right after this. Welcome back to Grace Game Day. I'm Preston Proctor. With me is Josh McElhaney, and we're bringing you the action live from Gilmer, Texas. Josh, I'm a little bit disappointed that we were not able to get in town in time to go to Doc's Hot Wings.
Yeah, I'll take the blame for that one.
It's not your fault, Josh. It's your wife's fault. Josh, it's your fault. It's all your fault.
She's at the kindergarten meet the teacher, so we can get away with that one tonight.
Well, I mean, except these games are available on archive.
Oh, that is true.
Here's Danny looking for the spot, just out. Just out there, Josh.
Yeah, several of these shots have just been just outside the line, and we're talking the difference of being up right now versus being down 3.
Brooklyn sends that one into the net. That one kind of went awry on the first hit, Josh. It went far out of bounds on the far side there.
Yeah, it just kind of blows up the whole strategy of what you're trying to do at that point. Now you're just in a survival mode. Here we go again.
Julie is just going to have to send it over. Nice job there.
Great job getting to the ball, but just not able to get enough of that fist.
Diving attempt there from Parker. Got to it, just not able to get it where it needed to go. And it's ballooned back up to a 5-point game here in the first set. That's going to be another point for Gilmer, as now they have their largest lead of the night at 6.
And Grace is going to take another timeout here, try to regroup, see if they can stop some of the bleeding here, as Gilmer is on a nice little run.
Yeah, Gilmer is pulling away at this point right here. Obviously still very early, and it is only the first set.
Yeah, and as quick as Grace kind of flipped the momentum there for a minute, Gilmer has taken control of the momentum now. A big moment of the game here in this first set for Grace to try to claw back in, steal this first set, and Gilmer's going to be looking to put it away soon.
And obviously, if you're Grace, that's what you want to do. You want to sneak back into this one and win it. I have never, Josh, believe it or not, never played competitive volleyball. But
calling me shocked.
One thing that I do understand about this is you always love to take the first set, just like you always love to win the first game of a playoff series. In baseball, you want to take the first inning. I mean, it's just you want to start strong, so Grace is going to endeavor to do that.
Ooh.
That was a vicious spike from number 8 for Gilmer.
Yeah, that one seemed personal almost. And just an unfortunate placement right off the forehead.
JC comes back in, and Julia leaves. Danny dives to get to that one, but it's going to go off to the side, and it's an 8-point game. Grace looking to stop the bleeding right now. Number 18 is serving for Gilmer. Nice job by Grace to stay composed and get to that one. Brooklyn with a great shot. Gilmer does well to get to it. Parker's shot goes into the net, and it is 20-11. The lead has ballooned to 9. And Grace is going to take another timeout here. And we'll take this timeout with them. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Grace Game Day. I'm Preston Proctor. With me is Josh McElhaney. Grace with a little bit of work to do here in the first set. Lexi sends it over. Gilmer's going to work their way back. Nice block at the net there. That was Danny and Lexi combining there at the net. And a great job there by Lexi.
There you go. That's what she needed, was just one. Get him off the serve line.
Yeah.
And now let's just chip away.
You score these points one at a time. Nice serve there from Brooklyn. And then just an empty spot. And it's going to be another point for Gilmer.
Yeah, a couple of times now they've just been able to just key that ball right in the hole. And it's just so difficult. As you have a power serve there that Grace is unable to handle.
JC's shot goes off the side. And it's now Grace down by 10 here in the first set. Nice job by Danny sending that over. And Gilmer not able to get it back over the net. So now Danny is going to go serve for Grace. Danny, a freshman, and quite the volleyball player, Josh.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if she can help swing the momentum back in our favor here. Oh, I saw that one coming.
Josh, that spike came down at a severe angle.
Yeah, as soon as that ball was set up, you could just see the trajectory of the ball, the placement. It was just, you can't script the spike to come down any harder than that in a better place. So here we are now just.
And we're back to number 13 serving for Gilmer, Josh. She's the one that rattled off several points earlier. Not going to this time, though.
Excellent job. Put enough heat on that one that Gilmer wasn't able to return it. That one did go up into the ceiling.
Yeah, it did. It hit the bars that anchor the basketball goal into the ceiling here. And Gilmer gave chase, but it was deflected by the bars, and there was no chance to get to that. Kind of a short set there, and it's effective. Gave Grace a little bit of a different look there than what they've done so far in this first set, Josh. That set was very short and compact.
Yeah.
And the hit was quick.
So now we've got Gilmer setting up for a game point here, or a set point.
Macy setting it up for JC, and it's blocked at the net by number 1 for Gilmer. And that is going to be the first set. So the first set goes to Gilmer, and we will now move on to set number 2. As Grace is going to look to rebound here and even this match up at 1 set apiece. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Grace Game Day. We are live in Gilmer, bringing you varsity volleyball action. Grace dropped the first set to Gilmer by a final of 25-14. And so now we're going to get set for set number 2 and hoping for a different outcome for Grace in this second set. I do want to take just a moment and say thank you to a couple of our sponsors. I want to say a big thank you to Harley's in Tyler for sponsoring Grace Game Day this year. Harley's is the place to go in Tyler for men's clothing, Josh. Just really, really great sport coats and suits and ties and shirts, pants. They have a great selection of shoes, and they've even got a great selection of socks.
There you go.
So
stop in at Harley's to come out looking spiffy.
Gentlemen.
Do we still say spiffy?
I think our sons would tell us no. But I have not started listening to him yet for the first 15 years of his life, and I don't anticipate that I'm going to start tonight.
That is correct. I also learned that I barely learned drippy, and apparently that's outdated. So
see, that's the problem, Josh.
I stopped trying.
This generation that our kids are in is they change their words like I change socks, and I change socks every day.
Literally. I had my niece's nephew over on Sunday, and they're all high school age, and I was trying to, use some of their lingo as I was cooking burgers, and I was told that's so February, not that's so 2010. That's so February. So
like that's just so long ago.
So if we're keeping track of trends by what month it was, then we're in a lot of trouble.
Which, Josh, I will say this, with the heat that we've had lately, February does seem like a long time ago. So
I'd gladly go back to cooler weather.
JC to serve for Grace. Oh, and it's going to be just out.
Perfectly placed, perfectly executed, just a little too much. And, man, you'd really have loved to see the Cougars come out and really build some momentum to start this set. Tough break.
That was a wide open spot. There was definitely space there, but just not able to get it done. Now Gilmer's just going to have to get it back over, and a little bit of a miscommunication there as Brooklyn and JC were both going after that one.
Yeah, and it's hard when the ball comes in and it goes the wrong direction on the first hit. It just kind of puts the whole team in scramble mode.
Josh, and I will say this, it's communication is a little bit more difficult here. It is loud in this gym.
It is very loud, very echoey.
Ooh. Three to nothing Gilmer here in the second set.
Yeah, number 12 with just a sensational spike once again.
Yeah, Josh, the echoes in here, it's really intense, just as far as a noise level. Grace just going to need to get it over. JC with a great hit there. And that's going to be 4 straight to open this second set for Gilmer.
Not exactly how we drew it up. But, man.
Josh, Gilmer's always known for football, but I want to just point out that their volleyball team looks pretty good too.
Yeah. They've really had control of this game from the start. Great job that time.
Nice job there by Parker to dig that one out. Back to Danny again. And that one works. Josh, I was just about to say that one of the things that's making this tough is it seems like the spikes and the hits that seem to work so well for Grace, Gilmer's there tonight. They're in the right spot, and if they're not, they recover quickly.
Yeah.
But Grace looking to make a run here. Parker to serve. Nice job by Parker there. Brooklyn's going to send it over. Lexi with the deflection right there at the net. Here comes Danny, blocked at the net.
Yeah, and again, Gilmer just happens to be in the, it's a well-coached team, and they're in great position. They're communicating well, and it's just been tough sledding so far.
But also, Josh, I'll say this, as Grace is getting set up here, Lexi sends it over. Nice job by Danny to just fight that one back over the net. Now from the back row, JC drills it.
Good shot.
Josh, I was saying these are the kind of opponents that you want to play early in the season, because these are the opponents that prepare you for the games that really get down to business when it's district play.
Yeah, great competition shows you areas where you're weak at. As Gilmer gets another one of those spikes to go down, shows you where you're weak at. Maybe some areas that can be cleaned up. And I will say this: despite the way the first set went, and despite how this set is going, it's not like Grace is just being outplayed. It's just little things here and there, little blocks at the net, a spike or two just outside the line.
Parker just took a friendly uppercut there. Danny with the spike, and a really nice diving attempt, and Gilmer's going to clear it and get it back over the net. Now Macy with a very nice left-handed shot.
Good job at quickly sending that back over the net before Gilmer had a chance to get in position.
So now Danny's going to serve for Grace. And that's going to go out. The Gilmer coach, Josh, is very, very animated.
Yeah, she's been...
I'm getting tired just watching her.
Yeah, she's very, very competitive coach, I can tell.
Lexi sends it over, and it's out. And she was going after the Gilmer coach there. She said, "You want to jump? Jump." Number 12 serving for Gilmer. And she sends that one out. So the point goes to Grace. It's 8-4 here in the second set. So now that's going to put Julia serving for Grace. Gilmer just have to send it over. It's set up for JC, and a nice spike there, deflected at the net. And what a block at the net, Josh.
Good job.
Sadie sent that one right back where it came from.
That was just exceptional block, building a wall. But Grace unable to capitalize.
9-5. Macy sets it for JC. Gilmer does a great job recovering, Josh. Now a quick hit by Macy.
Great job.
Macy gave the illusion that she was going to set it and then just left hand slapped it.
Yeah, I think she saw the shift on the Gilmer side. She saw that back corner come wide open, and she did a great job sending the ball right to that spot where nobody was.
And now Macy will serve. That spike looked like, Josh, maybe for the first time tonight, it really didn't go as planned. And then that one's just too strong, and it goes out. Josh, and just like that, it's a 2-point game here in the second set.
Yeah, great job just kind of keeping their composure, not getting flustered. Get a little bit of momentum, the ball starts bouncing your way.
Oh, that's tough.
And they've worn out those dead zones over and over again tonight. Just really hard to fill those gaps, and a lot of bodies diving, but unable to get in contact with the ball.
Macy sets it for JC, and beautiful shot.
Good job. I couldn't see at first if that was in or out, but
that was placed with precision. So now it's going to send JC to serve. JC's a sophomore for the Grace Lady Cougars. And that set goes over the net. Gilmer's able to recover. And that point's going to go to Grace.
Good job.
Just tenacious, Josh. They're not going away. They're not acting like they're defeated. They fought back, and it's a one-point game here in the second set.
Yeah, they're just sticking around, fighting, showing heart. That's what you want to do.
JC to serve again. What a serve. That was
great.
That was downward motion almost the whole way, and that hit goes out, and we're tied.
Yeah, you can feel the momentum shift. Now the balls that were going out for Grace earlier now falling in. The balls that were in for Gilmer now starting to go to the outside. And you want to keep this run going as another one goes out.
Another one. And Josh, just like what you were saying, as Gilmer's going to take a timeout here, just what you were saying, Josh, right now what's happening is, like you said, everything that was falling out for Grace is now in. The things that were in for Gilmer now falling out. And for the first time tonight, Josh, Gilmer looks like they're having to scramble.
Yeah, out of position. They're now chasing the balls, whereas for the majority of that first set, they were really in control, really kind of dictating how the game was flowing, how the game was going to go. And Grace now has been able to kind of reverse that trend. And now Grace is in the driver's seat where they're kind of dictating how this game is starting to flow. And you can see now and the difference in how Gilmer's starting to scramble, and Grace is looking a lot more in control.
As JC's getting prepared to serve again, I want to say thank you to another sponsor, East Texas Nutrition. You get loaded teas, protein bites, all kinds of good stuff there. Go by and see them. They're in the Green Acres Shopping Center right there by Green Acres Church. Nice job there going to the floor by Danny to get to that one. What a play. And that is going to go out. Josh, that was all made possible by the insane effort by Danny.
Yeah, she must have been drinking those East Texas nutrition shakes.
I'm telling you. Try to flip it over to no man's land, and Grace recovers nicely. Danny with a soft finesse over the net. Gilmer sets it up for the spike, and that's going to go out.
And the trend continues. As Grace now able to take a 3-point lead. Oh, just not able to get enough on that one.
JC was visibly disappointed with herself on that one. But what a great run by Grace there to take the lead. They've needed that moment.
Yeah, they needed it. They flipped the momentum, and let's see if they can. Tough break that time.
Parker, you could read her lips from here, Josh. She said, my bad, my bad.
Yeah, that ball came in with a little more zip than what it looked like, and as she got her arms extended, that ball just hit right on the outside of the forearms, going the wrong direction.
JC was in good position, but Parker didn't realize it, and so, but she immediately knew. She said, my bad, my bad. Now Macy's going to set it. Here comes Brooklyn. That almost touches the ceiling again. Now a soft touch over Danny's there. Macy sets it up for Danny. And a nice dig by Gilmer. And
Good
then
job.
JC goes to the floor with a nice dig. Great shot right there. That was number 21, Sadie. She's a senior.
Great job. Just staying poised, staying disciplined, working together as a team, and Grace just continuing to build on what they had started.
That serve from Parker got the net going across.
I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, I was looking the other way. I missed the call there, but they do give the point to Gilmer. Oh, it was just a brilliant serve by number 8. She's done that so far tonight, Josh. Just her serves. She's tall.
Yeah.
And she extends her arm high when she serves. And that serve goes, Danny hits it, but it goes into the Grace bench. And now Gilmer has come back to take a 1-point lead.
Yeah, it's not like the serve is hit softly. It's hit with some force, but not so much force that it drives to the back line.
And that time she serves it directly into the net.
And so when that serve's coming over the net, it's coming over quick, but there's not a lot of arc to it. It's coming straight down at their feet, and really hard to gauge the speed and direction of that.
That was a great serve there. That was Brooklyn back there for the serve. Sets it up here for Danny. And there we go. They're going to say that she touched it and give the point to Gilmer.
Who touched it?
I don't know. But they do give the point to Gilmer.
I'd like to see a replay of that one.
Set for Brian. What a block, but it goes out. Oh, man. What a block there.
Man. And just like that, back-to-back tough breaks. I guess someone got a fingertip on that last one that went out of bounds. And now this excellent block just goes outside the line. Grace finds themselves in a hole down 2 points.
Macy goes back to the back corner.
Excellent job getting that over their heads.
Danny serving for Grace. Number 12 right in the middle there for Gilmer. Grace handles it nicely. Now Brooklyn's going to send it over. Josh, Gilmer goes to number 12 a lot, and for good reason.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would too.
18-16 as that point goes to Gilmer.
See, now you're starting to see a little bit of the momentum flip, as now Grace seems to be the ones kind of on their heels and scrambling.
Nice job there by Gilmer staying in that one. Lexi sends that one out.
Just a little too much mustard.
19-16. And at this point, Josh, you really don't want to let them go and stretch this lead any further.
No, you really need to stop here.
And they get it.
Good job.
One of those vicious serves, but this one did not have what it took to clear the net.
Yeah, and we're really fortunate that hit the net, because that was one that looked like it was going to nosedive as soon as it got over the net.
Yeah, it had some English on it for sure. Julia serving for Grace. And Gilmer not able to get the ball over the net. 1-point game here in the second set. Gilmer took the first set 25-14. This has been a much more tightly contested set. As Gilmer sets it right in the middle, and it just falls. It hit the top of the net and just trickled over.
Yeah, it was kind of like both players got a hand on the ball, and the ball just happened to roll our direction, unfortunately.
JC Spike not able to clear the net. 21-18. Grace is going to take a timeout here. And we'll take this timeout with them. We'll be back right after this.
Heart of White House, there's a place where hope resides. Welcome to Hope Church, where the embrace of hope transforms lives. We are more than a church. We are a refuge of compassion, a haven of strength, and a beacon of light. At Hope Church, you'll discover a community that's here for you. Join us in the journey of hope, where every story matters. Your place of hope, right here, right now.
One. Welcome back to Grace Game Day. I'm Preston Proctor. With me tonight, Josh McElhaney. We are your front row seat to Grace Athletics. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I say thank you to our sponsors. And if you are out there and you have a business and you'd be interested in sponsoring, it is not too late to get you on the roster and get some advertising put together for you. It's not too late. We can make it happen. Just reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you. Nice job there. Sophomore JC snagging a point there for Grace. Macy with the serve. Great block at the net by Brooklyn. That's going to be a point for Gilmer. It's 22-19. Nice finesse shot over the net there. Now Macy sets it. JC again. 22-20 is the score. And now JC will serve. Grace trying to even things up here for the second set. Great job by JC to dig that one out. And it's just out. Danny knew where she was wanting to go with it.
Yeah, it was the right idea. As everyone was kind of in scramble drill on both sides, Gilmer seemed to have everyone up to the net, just unable to get it in the field of play.
Nice job by Parker to get that over the net for Grace. JC called for it, sent it. And then here comes number 12. Just vicious.
Yeah, if they set her up, it's really hard to stop that one.
Josh, she gets her vertical.
Yeah.
She just really gets into the air, and the angle on her spikes is really, really difficult.
Yeah, I was watching during their warm-ups earlier, and she was asking her setup crew to get the ball higher, get the ball higher. And that just allows her to be able to put the velocity that she wants on the spike down as Gilmer.
And so Gilmer takes the second set. So Gilmer takes the first 2 sets. Now Grace finds their backs against the wall. I want to say thank you to a couple of more sponsors. Big thank you to Hope Church, the church that I'm privileged to be the lead pastor at. Josh is one of our leaders at the church, and Hope Church believes in the vision of Grace Game Day and wants to be a supporter. So we want to say a big thank you to Hope Church. I want to say also a thank you to Scoop and Grind. Scoop and Grind is a coffee shop right down the road from the upper campus. It is in Chapel Hill. If you leave the upper campus of Grace and you go to Chapel Hill, when you get to 64, if you turn left at that red light, and then immediately there on your left, you will find Scoop and Grind, and they have fantastic coffee. They also have ice cream. Josh, their ice cream. They have Bluebell, and they also have Tillamook ice cream. And, man.
Just good stuff.
It's so good.
I think I saw an ad that they have coffee buckets right now.
They do. They have buckets available. They also have a vendor event coming up. I believe that is coming up next month. Josh, let me just look and see if we can find when that is, because I'd love to be able to tell you about that so you can go by. Let's see here. I'm not seeing it, Josh. I know they just scheduled it, so they may not have put it out yet. But Scoop and Grind, definitely a great place to go and get a treat. And listen, if somebody in your family doesn't really like coffee, first of all, I will say I'm not a huge coffee drinker, but I can always find something good to drink there. And but if somebody in your family is just absolutely not a coffee drinker, who doesn't like ice cream?
And if you don't like coffee or ice cream, then send us your name and we will pray for you.
Yes, absolutely.
You will be on the top of our prayer list. Now, you can mix coffee with ice cream.
You can. Josh, I'll tell you this, just talking about Scoop and Grind, I will say that's the best peanut butter milkshake I've ever had in my life.
See, now I want a peanut butter milkshake.
Just fun facts there. Best peanut butter milkshake that I've ever had in my life.
I challenge someone who's listening to go buy, get you a peanut butter milkshake and see if Preston is lying or telling the truth. Double dog dare you.
We're ready for the start of the third set here.
All right, big challenge for Grace, but let's see if we can claw back in and keep this game alive.
It starts with the first point here. Unfortunately, that will go to Gilmer.
You love the effort, though. I mean, we're laying out for the ball. Just that one came in a little hot.
Oh. Number 8 just drops it right on the other side of the net. 2-0
Nothing
now.
you can do about that one.
Yeah, that's just tough, Josh. That's just tough. Grace working to just send that one back over, and they do. Nice job there. Sadie. Parker will send it over. And that goes out. 2-1 now is the score.
I love watching coaches who are animated on the sideline, and this Gilmer coach, she is into this game.
Bro, she gets a workout.
Yes, she does.
She does not have to go to the gym. She gets a workout at her volleyball games. Three to 1, Gilmer leads. Number 18 now for Gilmer to serve. Danny with the spike. Nice dig there by Gilmer. And that's just out.
Ooh, that one scared me. It came down so slow.
My heart stopped for a second. 3-2. Now Brooklyn will serve. And it's not going to clear the net. 4-2. And now number 8 serving for Gilmer. She's been tough tonight, Josh.
Yeah.
And I think that might have been moving out. Sometimes you just never know. You can't tell. Great job there by Brooklyn. Danny with the spike. Sent right back, and Parker is there. Grace is able to reset. Great job by Grace there to stay alive on that one.
Good job of getting her hands up and getting the block there, but just went over her arms. And
yeah, that block, the deflection at the net, just essentially caused that to flutter into no man's land as Brooklyn was not able to get there. They meet at the net twice in a row. And that's just a miscommunication for Grace there, and it results in a point for Gilmer. Parker thought Danny was getting it. Danny thought Parker was getting it, and now Grace is going to take a timeout. 6-2 in Josh. It's a pivotal third set here.
Yeah,
Grace has to have this one.
Yeah, you kind of hope that we come out and be able to establish that momentum early, but Gilmer's done a fantastic job throughout the night, just kind of dictating their strategy, their pace. You really like to see Grace come out of this timeout and be able to kind of reestablish some of that rhythm they had in that second set before Gilmer was able to come back and take that one.
Here we go. Grace trailing 6-2 here in this third set. Number 8 serving for Gilmer. Nice dig there. Brooklyn's just going to have to send it over. Great job. Set for number 12. Grace is there. Parker comes in to clean it up and send it over. Now Macy sets it up for Danny. And we've got, I believe they called Gilmer in the net there. 6-3 now is the score. We'll take it how we get them, Josh.
Absolutely. Which the whistle kind of threw me off, but it looked like that was landing in anyways.
Yeah, it was really close. But, I mean, at this point, as Danny serves it into the net, it's going to be 7-3. Josh, at this point, I don't care if the officials just start making stuff up. Give some points to the visitors.
We should have stopped by Doc's Hot Links and got some for a bribe.
For real.
It might have worked. I mean, you could bribe me with some Hot Links.
Yeah, I would love some Doc's Hot Links right now. I can tell you that. I got to say, that's probably there we go. Grace will get that point. That's one of the best things about Gilmer, Josh. Those Doc's hot links, my wife doesn't really care for them. She thinks that they look disgusting. Which, I mean, I'll just say they don't look disgusting to me because I just know I know what they're like. But, I mean, just on surface value, hot links do not look all that appetizing. I can agree with that.
But they are delicious.
Great block there at the net for Grace. Macy sent it over, but just sent right back by number 1 for Gilmer. And now number 12 serving for Gilmer. Number 12 has been a menace on that court all night long. Brooklyn recovers to send that one over. And that spike finds its spot. 9-4. Yeah, Josh, number 12 to serve again. Danny goes down to get that one. Sadie with a great spike there at the net.
Good job.
Grace ends the run there. But, those hot links, Josh, I know that they are like heart condition on a plate. Especially the way I do it with the hot links and then with chili and cheese. Just any kind of physical fitness person would be just appalled. It's going to be a point for Grace as that shot goes wide. 9-6.
But
that's why I don't ask a physical trainer what they think of that meal, though.
I was going to say.
I mean, if you're a fitness instructor, I'm not going to ask you what you think about it for me to go eat at Doc's Hot Links. It's going to be another point for Grace.
Good job clawing back here.
Gilmer just not able to get it back over the net. And Grace will continue to serve here with Macy.
Oh,
clever. Not able to get there.
Just a clever play there.
Parker sets it to Brooklyn, and what a
great
perfectly
shot.
Placed shot. Perfectly placed shot there. JC serving now for Grace. Nice serve. That really had some downward motion, and Brooklyn slams it home.
Well executed.
10-9. Grace trying to extend the night. Set to number 8. She sends that out. And they're going to give the point to Gilmer, as they're saying Brooklyn was in the net. Gilmer's shot there went out of bounds by a long shot. Great job there.
Yeah, I really like the way she set that back up. Kind of hit it backward just enough to give her teammate a great shot.
Yeah, it was close to the net, Josh, and what that did is it caused Gilmer to collapse.
Yep.
But she punched it back kind of toward the middle of the Grace end, and what a just perfectly placed shot there to pull Grace to within 1 again. Nice block at the net there. Brooklyn and Lexi combining. Macy's going to set that one. Brooklyn sends it, and it's in.
Great job. That was very close.
It was close. Parker serving for Grace. Nice job by Parker going down to get that. Here comes Danny. And it's trouble at the net. Gilmer's just going to have to send it over. Macy setting up for JC from the back row. And, I mean, at that point, Josh, that kind of seems like Gilmer in the net, but no call.
Yeah. I'll be the first to admit I don't fully understand the rule. But I'll just lean on the expertise of the officials.
(13-11). Gilmer back up by 2. Grace has to win this one in order to keep from going down in straight sets tonight. That serve goes out. 13-12, and it's going to send Brooklyn to serve for Grace. Blocked, deflected at the net, but just flutters away toward the side. It's going to be a point for Gilmer. Lexi and Macy at the net there. Great job there. Gilmer's going to be able to play it, but that was really, really nice volleyball by Macy. And Gilmer not able to clear it. 14-13. Grace hanging around here in this third set.
That's what you got to do. You got to hang around. You got to claw, scratch, fight, whatever it takes. Keep this game close and then try to steal it here and force the game to continue.
Danny serving. And Gilmer in the net. It's going to tie this up at 14. Danny will continue to serve. We need Danny to run off just about, the next 11 points here.
That'd be fantastic.
Let's just go ahead and do that. Put that, next time. That was a great serve that just hit the top of the net and died.
That was one of those announcer jinxes.
Yep, should have just kept my mouth shut. I apologize to everybody in the Grace community.
One of these days we're going to learn.
Out. Gutsy take there, but it pays off. (15-all) in the third set.
Yeah, this one looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Aubriana to serve for Grace. Off-balance spike. She had to reach back for it. Looked like a windmill dunk attempt, Josh.
Yeah.
What a block, but it's going to go out. Oh, my goodness. Great defense there by Grace, but just hits the hand and goes the wrong direction.
Yeah, really hard to control where the ball is going to end up on one of those blocks, but that time the velocity on the spike was so strong. The block had just carried it a little bit too far.
It's going to be Macy setting it for Danny from the back row. Gilmer able to handle it, get it back over. Macy setting it for JC. Once again, Gilmer is there. Nice little volley going here. JC with the soft touch.
Good job.
That's just what they needed right there. Macy. That's blocked. Way to get there, Macy doubling back, and now it's going to be set for JC. Soft touch over the net.
Great
and
job.
Scored.
Great hustle.
And now Gilmer is
love
going to
to see
take a
that.
timeout here as Grace now takes the lead, 17-16. Great job there by the Lady Cougars just staying in this thing.
Yeah. You love the fight here. 17-16. Momentum has kind of shifted back and forth, and right now it's on the shoulders of the Grace Cougars, and let's just build on this momentum real quick and get one set under our belt and see what we can do from there.
Grace with their first lead here in the third set. And that's serve's not going to clear. 17 all. That's a really unfortunate time for that.
Yeah, tough break.
Macy sets it to Brooklyn. And nice placement there by number 18 for Gilmer. And just like that, Gilmer's back up by 1. (18-17) here in the third set. Gilmer took the first 2 sets. And that's going to go out. Ties this up at 18 and gets the serve back on Grace's side. It's going to be JC going to serve for Grace. I will not say what I'm thinking. There we
Good
go.
job.
All right. Let's try that again. I will not say what I'm thinking. I'm not going to say anything about a run. Not going to say anything about how many points I want. Not a single thing. JC serves it. And that's going to tie it up at 19. And the next time, I'm not even going to allude to it. I might mute my microphone. Oh, goodness. Thank you guys for tuning in to Grace Game Day. We hope that you're pleased with us. JC sends that over. Nice placement there. Gilmer recovers nicely. 18 sends it over. Diving dig by Danny. And there's the spike from JC. That came down on number 14 for Gilmer like a freight train in the country. I mean, that thing was moving right toward her face. Here's Parker to serve. And that serve goes out. Josh, that's happened several times tonight.
Yeah, just those unforced errors really setting the Cougars back, and 20-20 is the score.
Grace not able to get it over there. Gilmer back up by 1, and Grace is going to take a timeout. Josh, that's a smart timeout there.
Yeah, you could feel the game kind of starting to slip away just a hair. Even though it's a 1-point game, the body language, Grace is now out of position. They're chasing. Gilmer seems to be dictating everything at this point.
Yeah, and you could see kind of the disappointment and frustration on the Lady Cougars there. So that's a really, really smart timeout by Coach Zavala, and we'll see if Grace can kind of right the ship here late in this third set.
All right, here we go.
Lexi Macy to Bryan, and it's out. Right idea.
Just, again, tough breaks. Kind of been the story all game. Ball's just right outside the line, right outside from being inbounds, and been kind of the story of the night.
Parker sets it for Bryan. Really nice placement there, and Gilmer just not able to recover. Now Brooklyn going to serve for Grace. 1 point game here in this very, very pivotal third set.
Oh, what a shot.
And number 12 strikes again.
She's just so good.
Josh, she's got some hang time.
Yeah.
I feel like she could have played in Space Jam. Number 8 serving. That hit the net. JC's just going to have to send it over. Gilmer sets, and that's going to be out. Thank goodness.
Always terrifying when number 12 is
Number
in the air.
12 delivered a four-seam fastball high and outside at 98 miles per hour. Danny to serve for Grace.
Oh,
deflection at the net, and we are now
1 point away.
We're at match point here. Grace with their backs against the wall. JC sends it over. Off-balance set there causes a little bit of a off-balance spike attempt. Nice dig by number 4 for Gilmer. 12 will just send it over. Now Macy sets it. Lexi with a nice soft touch right in the middle. 24-23. 24-23. Grace trying to stay alive. Aubriana's going to serve now. She sends it over. 13 sets it. 1 delivers. Aubriana there. Macy sets it for JC. Soft touch over the net. And that's going to be a point for Grace. Ties it up at 24. And Gilmer is going to use their timeout here. We're all knotted up at 24 here in set number 3. What more could you ask for on a Tuesday night?
Absolutely. Just a lot of grit and effort on the court. 24-24. Got to win by 2, I believe. Who's going to be able to pull this set out? Is Grace going to extend the game, or is Gilmer going to be able to put it away and win in straight sets? You know what we're hoping for on the Grace sideline. Let's see what happens coming out of this timeout now.
And Josh, you are correct. In Texas high school volleyball, you do have to win by 2. Aubriana with the serve. Set for 12. She goes with a soft touch there.
That's so hard because she has been spiking it so well throughout the whole night.
She has been sending haymakers.
You're just anticipating that missile to come flying in, and she just puts feathery touch on it like that. It's next to impossible to.
Josh, I'll tell you what that reminded me of is I'll never forget watching Yu Darvish pitch in his prime for the Rangers. We'll cover that here in just a second, hopefully when Grace ties this up. Nice job by Danny to recover and send that over. Macy sets it to JC, and it's out. That is going to do it. Gilmer takes this one tonight in straight sets. Josh just finished the point now, even though it's slightly irrelevant. But number 12 on that last point she had, that was basically like I was in the ballpark in Arlington watching Yu Darvish pitch for the Rangers, and he was in his prime at that time, and he would throw a upper 90s fastball and then come back on the next pitch and throw a curveball that was 70 miles per hour, sometimes below.
Yeah, just impossible to try to hit that.
You're talking about a 30-mile-per-hour difference from one pitch to the next, and that's what that one felt like when number 12, I mean, she's been just sending missiles all night long, and then right there at a crucial point,
drops a feather.
Soft touch.
Yeah, just well played. Great match. I mean, we had a lot of competitiveness on both sides. It wasn't as one-sided as a straight set victory would feel like sometimes, but again, just little things here and there. Grace unable to get the ball inbounds, out of bounds, blocked spikes at the net that bounce off the hands and go the wrong direction. Just a tough night. The breaks didn't quite go our way, and that was the difference in winning a set here or there and ultimately losing in straight sets.
Well, and Josh, also, one thing that I noticed tonight is for Grace it was progressive, but it was progressive in the right direction.
Yeah.
They really got kind of just handled in that first set. They lost that one by the score of 25-14. Then in the second set, it was tight all the way through, and then right there at the end of that set, Gilmer kind of pulled away. They won the second set 25-20. And then, Josh, in this third and final set, Grace forced him to have to go to a 26th point to win. Yeah. And it was a 26-24 final. So it was a progressive night for Grace against a really talented Gilmer team.
Absolutely.
And so Grace can definitely walk away from this one with their heads held high saying, you know what, it did not start well, but we fought all night long, and it just got better and better and better. We just fell short, that's all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's all you want is to continue to fight, continue to grow, continue to build, not let the early stuff discourage you and get you distracted. You'd love to come out on top, but there are things that you can take away from a loss like that can still help you get the confidence you need as the season gets further and further underway.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in tonight to Grace Game Day. I'm Preston Proctor. Josh McElhaney has been with me, and we're just really excited to be your front row seat to Grace Athletics. And so Grace Game Day is going to be a lot of fun, and we have one more broadcast for you this week. I felt like I was kind of a bit that's all, folks. We have one more broadcast for you this week.
There we
go. And that is going to be for the season opener of Grace Cougar football on Friday night.
Let's go.
We're going to be in Queen City for that game, and we will be bringing it to you live, so we're looking forward to that. And it's going to be an exciting time. Football season's here. Volleyball season's underway. And it's just a great time to be alive, and it's a great time to be a Grace Cougar.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that. If you're scared of the rain Friday night, stay home, turn on YouTube, listen to the broadcast. We'll bring the game to you regardless if it's rain, sun, snow, sleet, hostile environments, peaceful environments. We're going to be there, and we're going to call the game.
I mean, let's not get carried away. We don't want any hostile environments. Not like that, right? I mean, not like that. Josh, I will never forget that when we were doing a broadcast for the previous school that we did this for, we were in a location to be unnamed, and that was a hostile environment. Matter of fact, it was so hostile that their own fans did not even like each other, and there was a fight that broke out in the stands with fans. And so, we don't want those kind of environments.
Absolutely not.
That's not fun to be in. And but Gilmer was great and gracious to us tonight.
Very hospitable.
They whipped us on the volleyball court. That's all. So we don't appreciate that very much, but they were very kind to us. So thank you for that. Congratulations to Gilmer tonight on the win. And Grace, keep your heads up. That was a great effort tonight. And you'll be back to get the next team next time. All right, here we go. We're signing off, fixing to head back toward Tyler. We will be live from Queen City on Friday night, bringing you Grace Cougar Varsity football. It's going to be a lot of fun, so tune in. All right, I'm Preston Proctor. With me, Josh McElhaney. Until next time, so long, everybody.